Well, hi there viewers, Princess Strawberry here. So in today's video, we are doing a vlog in the Baptist Cemetery. So I actually, a while ago, like maybe a year ago when I went bike riding, I rode my bike through here. Didn't really pay attention to much scenery. Yeah, you're gonna hear vehicles because we're actually near the road. So I always like to walk through here and just see the scenery. And apparently, I was told by a family member back then, tombstones were a lot cheaper than they are now, and I do believe that. Fun fact, I've been hearing cremation is a lot cheaper than being buried. So, this is like a cool cemetery. A lot of old tombstones. Whoa, that one's square. Let's go check it out. Now, I've also noticed in cemeteries, if you see a rectangle dirt patch, that means someone was recently buried. I always be respectful and don't walk over it. But like, this is cool. James. I don't think it really says the year. Nope. Alrighty, they got some, that tombstone is kind of crooked. I'm going to say due to weather and climate change and the ground changing all the time, that it might have got tilted. Like, the correct keeper, the person in charge of the cemetery would probably fix it if he seen it. We got some snow. But yeah, I thought I'd do today's video in the cemetery. This was requested by a fan to do a video in the cemetery. They also suggested doing an overnight challenge. Well, sorry, I don't do overnight challenges. But wow. I'm also noticing a lot more flat tombstones than standing up ones. Excuse me. So, we're just gonna walk around. Like I said before, I actually rode a bike through this specific cemetery before, but I didn't pay much to scenery like I am now. And it's always cool for me to visit. I don't have any family members or friends that have passed away. They're not buried in this specific cemetery. So, if anyone was wondering, it's kind of cool. Some of the tombstones are really, holy! It's like on the Elf movie when Buddy and his girlfriend were making a challenge, who can find the bigger Christmas tree. Well, I think I just found the biggest tombstone. I don't know, because that one over there is pretty big. So is that one. Holy! And that gravestone over there has a flag. So I mean, this is kind of cool. Okay, we'll go visit that one in a minute. What's this? That's different. Mothers? If I can make that out right, it says mothers. Mother, father, father, mother. That's what the tombstone said. Wow. Now, if you see a tombstone saying 2000, that was recent. Holy. Like, compare this tombstone to me. Wow. That must have taken a lot of work. It's actually in pretty good condition. Now, a cemetery I visited that was out of town, it was like 2 years ago now, but I noticed someone took a tombstone and deliberately sliced it right in half. So, I'm like, that's damaging property, and you know the person buried there could be mean and haunt you. But, oh, here's another pathway. Is this a bench? I'm also learning a lot of new names come into places like this. This is really cool. There's some water on it. But I mean, June 14, 1952. I'm seeing wedding rings. So I'm assuming these two people, 2000 right there. That was recent. I know it's 2017. 2014 was even more recent. That's what I was talking about earlier. Sorry, I don't mean to walk over where you're buried, but I know I don't see any recent. There's a pile of dirt right there. That's kind of creepy. Now, I highly doubt we're going to see a mausoleum, and if anyone's out there that doesn't know what a mausoleum is, it's basically where they keep the bodies till they're gonna be buried. Because in wintertime, the ground freezes and it's too hard to bury a body. Sometimes they'll keep them. I don't think that's a mausoleum right there. I think that's just the building. Squirrel! But pile of dirt, wow. So we're walking down a hill now. I don't exactly know how large this cemetery is. Like I said, I just bike rided basically down this hill and went that way. So, I mean, I guess we'll figure it out. I'm not gonna vlog the whole time I'm here, but it's just interesting. Davidson, 2008, that was recent. I'm gonna do you a favor here. Is this supposed to be crooked? I can't really tell. It don't look like it's supposed to be crooked. Is this supposed to be? No, I think that's the way it's sitting. I'm assuming that's the way it's sitting. Because, I mean, I'm just going to leave it because I tried to fix it, but it's like stuck into the ground. But yeah, I had a family member. My great-grandma recently passed away like 3 years ago. And my one family member put a basket of fake flowers. I even added some fake flowers to the basket. And some jerk decides I'm going to go and steal the basket from her grave. That's disrespectful as far as I'm concerned, stealing from a grave. It's like back in the day when they were stealing watches and jewelry and whatever from people's graves. And the worst part is, they wouldn't even rebury the person. They just leave them out in the open with the coffin and everything open. But on the tombstones, they don't exactly tell you if they're cremated or buried. So back then, I'm not sure how they knew. Unless everyone was just buried back then. In the springtime, I plan to do a pet cemetery video if I go and visit. As most of you know already, I had a guinea pig recently pass away and I sent her to get cremated and sent to this one pet cemetery called the Ancaster Pet Cemetery. Yo. I don't know if I caught that on camera, but I look straight and then I look left and then look back over here. And I just saw a skeleton. Unless I'm seeing things, I do that all the time. I don't know, the camera's facing straight. Because I look this way and then over here and then I go back here and I just saw a skeleton. I don't know if I caught that on camera. I'll have to rewatch the footage after, but no, in the springtime, my grandma said we might go and visit that pet cemetery. And I'm going to ask them first if I can do recording. I don't see why not, but you know, some people prefer not to. But this is a pretty cool cemetery. McClay. I always like to know the date that person passed away. So yeah, it was basically right there where the gate is. That's where I rode my bike through. So this is a pretty cool pet, not pet cemetery. This is obviously a human cemetery. I'm getting my cemeteries mixed up. This is pretty neat. That's nice of them to do this. That's pretty cool, actually. I think it all got knocked down. But I'm just gonna leave it alone because I don't think it's supposed to be laying like that. 2015, that's recent. 2012, and because there's no date on that one, I don't think that person, I think that person's, the mother's still alive. Yo, hey, 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 you stop that right now. Stop it. I'm talking to a tree. It's all good. We talk to inanimate, I can't even speak. We talk to random objects. It's like hitting me in the head. I turned around, I was kind of freaked out for a minute, but it's all good. Whoa. I might have to put my gloves on soon. It's getting a little chilly for my hands. Piers. But walking through multiple cemeteries, there's an old-fashioned tombstone right there. The round, I don't know what you call it. Round with kind of like, it's kind of like a circle top and a square bottom. It's the best way I can describe it. I tried, guys. Look, we got some bushes. That's an old tombstone. Wow. Scotland. 1812 to 1888. Wow. And they even have the word died on it. Wow. If they had the word, this one's kind of faded and cracked near the bottom. But out of all three, it's this one that has most damage. It looks like someone went across it and scraped it. That's really disrespectful, unless it's weather damage. And now, like some people say some damage was done by trees. The only tree over here is that big one, and there's no trees except the bush. Mr. Bush, I don't think you could do that much damage to a gravestone. No offense. Oh, my nose is running. I want to go check out this one. This is cool. And it's the only one in this little area. In memory... Oh, I think he's buried like right there. Or this person. Royal Canadian. 1983. And there's a fence. Oh man, someone threw the garbage in there. It's also frozen, so I mean, I would pick it out and help them out, but it's kind of frozen. And, you know, it's too far. I'd have to hop over the fence, and that I don't want to feel like I'm being disrespectful. But people, come on. Unless it blew in there. Like, there's a piece of garbage right there. But this is pretty cool. 1983. Wow. And that has to take a lot of work. I mean, this is pretty cool. I like this tombstone. That's huge. Hold on. I'm going to assume, though, the person's buried right there. And at first, to be honest, that little... This thing right here, I'm not sure what it's called. I thought that was the person's ashes. But no, I think they're actually buried right here. You know what's really sad and depressing talking about cemeteries and all? There's the front entrance. I don't know what entrance I came in. I think it was down there. But I'm just like, okay, it's the Baptist cemetery. So I'm just like, oh, there's actually a plaque behind it. I just noticed. By the people of the county of Oxford in memory of Macmillan Mackenzie, who fell at Ridgeway June 2nd. I don't know why I'm saying 2. Okay, June 2nd, 1866, age 27. Whoa. He's not much old. Well, he is older than me. I'm only 23, but like, to think about that, wow. I've also seen on the news a lot of young teenagers that are sadly committing suicide because of things happening in their life, whether it's bullying or they just have depression really bad or whatever the case is. But it's just really sad, and a lot of these people are younger than me. Also, guys, don't text and drive. Just saying. Why is there a jar right here? If it's part of the tombstone, I'm not taking anything from the cemetery. That's very disrespectful. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And I'm like, but okay, there's a tombstone over here that looks like a mirror from Snow White. But also, apparently, if you're going to plant actual flowers on someone's grave or tombstone, or near the tombstone, why would I say on it? Like, you know, around it or on the grave, apparently you have to pay for that. You can put fake flowers, no problem. You can put anything you want, but if you're going to plant flowers, it does cost money. Excuse me, people, while I like walk through the cemetery and get off path. I want to take a look at this. Hi guys, as I'm like talking to people. We got some more old-fashioned cemetery gravestones. This is kind of cool. Mother, father. This one's a little rusty. Oh, hi. You're blank, unless I have to go around to the front. No, we gotta go inside. What is growing on this gravestone? Moss, I think it is. Mold? I don't think it'd be mold. Like, that looks cool too. Now, I know some people think of the cemetery as a sad place. Well, yeah, it is a sad place, but for me, I just walk through it to see the different gravestones. Whoa, yo, okay. Sorry, I won't walk there. I just stepped into a hole, and that always freaks me out. Boy, that's different. But 1958, or I mean, I need to learn to read. 1956. Mary, Charlie. There's a game called Charlie. Don't ever play it. This tombstone's also crooked. But this is cool. I actually like the really big tombstone. Now, this is different. Father, mother. What's this say? Wayne. W? W. So there's a W there. Father, mother, Wayne, W. And then there's a letter over here. It's either W or it's M. I always got those confused when I was in school. But okay, we're gonna go back on the path because sorry if I'm walking across. 1849. Apparently the cemetery. Let's go check out the sign for a sec. That's nice that someone left flowers. And they look like they're recent. That's so nice. I try and visit my relatives that have passed away. I try to visit them once a year and remember them. Scared the living crap out of me. Jogging through the cemetery. She just came up from behind me. Scared the crap out of me. But I biked through here, so I don't see why you can't jog. Okay, moving on. So here's the sign, 1849, Presbyterian Cemetery. So this is technically the entrance. I don't know what I came through before. I think it might have been a side entrance. But we already went that way. I basically went that way, so let's go this way. You know, there's an exit over here, but again, we're gonna hear cars because we're right beside the road. So Chad. Some of these I can't pronounce. Sorry if I pronounce. What's with the letters? There's like little plaques of one letter all around, and I've never seen that before. Okay. Wait, these are the names. There's a little note. What's it say? Okay. It's just basically saying that the town that they're buried in. Kane. Reminds me of the one wrestler on WWE. Marshall. Just like, wow. But there's another old-fashioned tombstone right there. They always have different styles and colors, but technically white and black are not a color, they're a shade. So I mean, oh, I didn't even notice there's one right here. Blackett, 1960. But I'm just like, that's nice. Someone left flowers for their loved ones. But this is pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna walk through it. There's a tombstone right there. Like, I don't know if it's coming up on camera. Right here where my finger is. These are still, like, and you can tell they're still in pretty good condition until someone decides to come along and destroy them. Which, again, is very disrespectful. And, you know, I've heard stories on the internet and from YouTube videos about if someone destroyed a gravestone, that person would haunt them. And when they tried to put it back, things happened. I don't know why someone would want to destroy a gravestone, to be honest. Like, that says dad. So another word for father, which is that, is dad. Mother, Michael. If you want to learn Michael in French, it's Michel. Mother, Frank. So I'm just basically walking through. So, but I see birds. But I mean, this is kind of cool. I've never seen this before. This is different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plaques. 2003, 5. 17. That's very recent. That's this year. I'm sorry. In loving memory of Marlene Kennedy, 1938, 2017. That's very recent. I have to put a glove on my one hand because it's starting to get cold. But wow. So right now I decided I'm going to do a little quick tour down where I seen that pile of dirt and just kind of look around that area. There was some tombstones and down that area. So, but I remember when I played the online game called Minecraft, my boyfriend and I actually built a mausoleum, and it was kind of creepy because the one room specifically, there's empty plots where you could put a body, and there were spiders, and we filled it up with all kinds of different things like zombies, and it was just creepy. And then we go into creative mode and see if we would survive going through it. Yeah, it didn't end well for me. I ended up dying like 4 times. My boyfriend survived. Well, no offense, I think my boyfriend's better at video games than I am, so. Where did I see that pile? Oh, over there. Yeah, there's like a bunch down here that I missed completely. So, okay. Oh, I got a shiver down my back. And it's not just because it's cold. I actually was smart this time. I wore my winter jacket, I brought my hat, I brought my mitts, and I brought my purse. Now what's not so smart is I brought a charge cord that you would need for an outlet, like a plug that would be in your home. I didn't bring my solar power. That is awesome. I like that gravestone. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a heart shape. I'm gonna go look at it close up because zooming in doesn't always help. But that pile of dirt, okay, I'm gonna assume that's just extra dirt if they need it. I'm not sure what that building is, but it's obviously has a door on it and a little gate. But we're gonna go this way for a minute. Okay, I don't like stepping over, so we're going to step in between. But I like this heart-shaped. That's the first heart-shaped gravestone that I've seen. There's like something white right there. We'll go check that out in a minute. 2016, that was just last year. Pretty flowers though. A really beautiful gravestone. Those flowers are kind of dying. They must have, those look like they're real if they're dying. So then they must have paid to put them, to plant them. But this is pretty cool. I'm gonna take it you're a hockey player because there's a hockey puck right there. 2 hearts, 1 love, forever. Love like ours will never die. That's cute and beautiful. Forever together. Wow. Jean passed away 20 years. And they were like 10 years apart. Or their birthdays are 10 years apart. They passed away the same year. Same date? Wow, they passed away the exact same date. And their birthdays are 10 years apart, which means that they're 10 years, one's 10 years older, one's 10 years younger. So you guys get the idea, but I kept looking over here for a minute. I'm wondering, why am I seeing a white blur? No, it's because right there, that is getting me. It's like all alone. It looks like they still have quite a bit of area they could use. Sometimes cemeteries will extend. What is this over here? It kind of caught my eye. See, I'm not sure what this orange stuff is growing on the tombstones. It might be moss. I don't think it'd be mold. Oh, it's flowers. That was nice that the person left them here. But some plants. 2013, that was recent. Anyways, oh, I stepped in another hole. That always scares me for a minute. Like, it's the only thing I don't like about cemetery. Sometimes I've seen it a couple of times on tombstones and cemeteries that, okay, yo. Remember when I said to look out for the patch of rectangle dirt? Well, right there. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but right there, that would mean either they're making a plot or someone was recently buried or something. But I don't walk over it anyway, just out of respect. I don't see any more over here. But there's that pile of dirt. I hear whistling. Unless it's just the wind and I'm hearing things. I could be paranoid too. But let's go check out this building. There's locks on it. Now, I'm not sure if that's what they classify a mausoleum or if it's a storage room or what. But I would have thought a mausoleum would have been a lot bigger, but I could be wrong. There's some more over here. Boy. But this is a different cemetery than what I've seen. Remember when I told you guys, sometimes they'll put a picture of the person on the tombstone? Well, I found one. The very first one that I've seen. Okay. I see some red flowers. Just gonna leave them alone going up the hill. Casey Hawking. 2004. Okay, sorry. I didn't realize. That's awesome that her family put a lot of stuff for her. Faith is being sure of what you hope for and certain of what you cannot see. That's nice. And there's one of those new scan barcode things right there on the stone. But it looks like, and I can tell she was recently buried because of the little rectangle. But that's beautiful how they can put pictures on tombstones. I keep hearing bells. It's a wind chime. Really? Let's go check this out. I have ears and a nose like a dog, and I kept hearing some kind of bell or something. No, it's wind chimes right here. McMiller? I think that's if I'm saying his name right. It's not even windy right now. I mean, obviously the tips of the trees are moving, but okay. Either they're playing with the wind chimes or we're okay, hang on. If you lick your finger, yeah, it's a little tiny bit windy, but that's what I was hearing. There's also a tree stump way back there. I just noticed there's like a black bin or something beside that building. I'm not sure what's all back behind the fence, and I'm probably not going to find out today just because this video is already going on 28 minutes. I wasn't expecting to do a long video, but okay. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm hoping to do more videos kind of like it. If you guys have suggested videos, comment down below. The person that suggested this video for me actually messaged me on Instagram suggesting for me to go visit a cemetery. Wow. Her tombstone is like, please don't tell me that's destroyed. Oh man, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Someone tried to destroy that tombstone. Like, what is wrong with people? Well, we're no longer on a road. We're going on a dirt path. It looks like people have driven vehicles through here. Tombstone on a tombstone. That's different. So, now we're basically back where I started. I don't think I checked out that whole area yet, but it's kind of cool about the cemetery. There's a rock on top of the tombstone. It kind of looks like a heart, to be honest. Maybe it's just me, but everyone sees something differently. It looks like your tombstone fell down. Well, it's up to the crypt keeper to fix it if he notices it. I mean, I don't think I noticed that when I came in. Again, I'm gonna have to rewatch this video like I always do, just to see if I missed anything. But that reminds me of the old show called The Tales of the Crypt Keeper. That was a creepy, freaky show. It looks like you can go way down there too, but I'm gonna quickly go down there. So clearly there's a whole other half of the cemetery I didn't even know about, but this is just a quick glimpse. It looks like this is basically all that's in this area. That tombstone is crooked. Call me OCD if I'm noticing things. There's a tree that's been chopped down, but it's always sad for me to see some vandalized tombstone. You can tell right there, right in front of us. They're not even sitting straight. It might be because, like I said, the ground changing due to weather. But anyways, this is kind of cool actually. There's a garbage can right there. Okay. And out of all the leaves, it's that one that was moving. It was moving, I mean. It might be that it's because it's windy, but you would think they all would move. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being paranoid again. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm definitely going to have to update my description box after I upload it. So, or I mean when I upload it, I'll be alright. But it's just like, that tombstone right there is halfway in the ground. But this is actually pretty cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely going to be heading home making hot chocolate. And I'm probably going to get something to eat, because this time I didn't bring any snacks. And to be honest, I don't like to eat around cemeteries. It's just not something I do. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, smash that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. So